cash in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a she was in her bag. Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. What we gon' let? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Kyle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll set up the throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, it's Bell. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. A first down throw, Darnold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. This is first and goal from about the 8. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to throw, Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On third down, that's Love. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
whole
little
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give to Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
No bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Here we go now.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
10 more there and another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are able to strike for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw now on first down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
No, check, Patriot!
Now Darnold. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! 58, right over there, right over there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Sanders. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Javon Hargrave in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Jets set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Faking the give. Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Darnold on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jordan Leggett, the tight end, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll run him here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, It's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, there's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They're going to look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, eluding the tackle. Oh, now he bowls him over. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Set. 319. 319.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it flank, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Darnold rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Set! 319! 319! Go, go, go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
No, check! Patriot! Patriot! 58.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kiss on my I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna straight it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. 1 in